main guys to watch for. I really don't want it to be Orton, even though Orton versus AJ is a planned thing. So let's hope that they don't take that route and make Orton the winner of another Royal Rumble, because that would be super lame and just terrible. I've also said that I predict that Mustafa Ali will be an early entrant and will go for a very long time. At least 30 minutes, I think he'll be in there. I think Samoa Joe will be one of the big eliminators. I think he'll get a couple of eliminations under his belt. And the rest of the field should be pretty exciting. I mean, you got Ray back in there, all three members in New Day. You know, do a spot. You have...
I love Kofi spots.
Yeah, I know. You have Ambrose. Lashley, I would have actually thought would be a contender until he won that Intercontinental Championship. And now I'm just like, well, at least we know it won't be him.
Yeah.
You know, John Cena's just in there to actually put somebody over for an elimination.
And your winner... Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, not him. No, Corbin will get eliminated by one of the people he keeps pissing off. Elias should have a good showing. Jinder probably won't be in there for long. Apollo Crews deserves longer than what he's been getting.
Although he had a very good match this week.
Yeah. Andrade. Titus O'Neil is a complete wasted spot. And I'm just suspicious they're going to try to duplicate something funny with Titus World Slide and fail miserably.
Oh, please don't.
What that leaves us with are the 20 spots that have yet to be filled.
No, the 10 spots.
10 spots, sorry.
This isn't the biggest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, thank God. So, some of the rumors include Kurt Angle.
Which I'd be okay with.
Pretty likely. Velveteen Dream, who is a big rumored match for Cena at WrestleMania.
Yep.
So we'll keep an eye out for him. The returning Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan. All of them are cleared.
And I also heard that Gargano might be one of the entrants as well.
I've predicted that too. And I've also predicted Aleister Black. So perhaps Lars will make his debut here. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities, and I hope they leave those 10 spots completely open for interpretation.
Yeah, there could also be the EC3.
EC3 would be a likely one. Of course, don't discount Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. They might both get entered in this.
It's possible.
So, it'll be fun to look at.
But I don't think we're going to get any true surprises like,
Kurt Hawkins.
I don't think you're going to see any of your older legends show up or.
No, because last year all we really got was the Hurricane.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think Kurt would really be the legend in the Rumble, to be honest.
No, unless for God whatever reason they actually bring out the Undertaker, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Probably not. By the way, speaking of Undertaker, we've mentioned how Brock handpicked Finn for this, which I think is pretty good.
It's like the second biggest name that could have asked for somebody.
Yeah. As the biggest thing was holy crap. Taker requested Finn as a possible Mania opponent.
And there's your biggest name asking for somebody.
Yeah.
You've basically got WWE's number 1 and number 2 backstage McMahon picked guys. If the two of them are asking for Finn for matches, that really needs to open Vince's eyes.
Yeah.
Like when John Cena requested Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Yep. Even, hey, and go back even further. Chris Jericho requested to put over Daniel Bryan. Or, not even Daniel Bryan, although that's true. I meant to say John Cena, but Jericho also requested to put over Daniel Bryan. So.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, sometimes you don't get the good stuff. Hulk Hogan once requested to put over Kamala, and Chief Jay Strongbow said no because of N-words.
Yeah.
So screw him. You know, people like to accuse Hogan of being a racist, but back in the day, he was just trying to do business, and Chief Jay Strongbow was the actual racist.
And really, and everybody has all of the older guys that worked with Hogan. That's kind of one of the stories that always came out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
It was like, well, Hogan wanted to give Kamala the belt.
No, I heard Hogan didn't want to give Kamala the belt. He just wanted to put him over.
Well,
it was like at a
still
house
said
show
no.
or whatever. Even.
Right.
Still said no, though.
But apparently he also wanted to make him a champion. He wanted to give him that championship run, but they kept telling him no. Like, you know, it's like, all right. Can only do so much.
And you gotta hate that crap. Well, I think that pretty much breaks down most for the men's talk. Lars, well, now people are saying he's in a good spot, and that's all fake, but apparently Vince is pissed, so...
Well, I haven't heard anybody say it's fake. I've heard that they've been treating this with quote-unquote kid gloves because mental health is kind of a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, you know, they're... Triple H has said that, you know, he's at home, he's doing all right. We'll work on it when he gets when he's ready to go.
But at the same time, if we can't use you, we can't use you.
Exactly. You know, we're gonna move on past you. And he's basically said exactly that. He's like, hey, if he's not ready to go, we'll move on to the next guy.
There you go. EC3.
Well, apparently the next guy in line was Drew McIntyre, so.
Drew McIntyre should honestly have been the first guy in line for that kind of stuff.
I
Ahead
agree,
of Lars.
But I guess this was their way of, you know, originally their plan was here's how to make Lars have impact instead of just being another big guy.
But he's not just a big guy, he's a big and ugly guy.
Yes, we know. He's Snitsky 2.0.
I think he actually has some upside as opposed to Snitsky. Best work I saw Snitsky do was do a thing for a pressure cooker.
You mean he wasn't a great baby punter?
Well, maybe if they use real babies in that league, in that pussy ass league.
All right.
Hey, but Triple H is medically cleared to start training again, and they want him and Braun at WrestleMania. So, but
yeah.
I wouldn't say he's going to be in the Rumble. That's just
no. He's cleared to start working out again. It means he's able to lift things with that arm again.
Pretty much.
Basically, they said that he's been cleared to start working out, and he's already working out 2 to 3 hours a day.
No,
of course
they
he
said
is.
He hopes he can be ready for me. Whether or not he gets the full clearance to be back in the ring, that's a different story. And who he'll be facing is still maybe Braun, maybe
Braun's
Batista.
Batista. They've talked about that, but it's probably maybe it'll be both. Maybe it'll be Braun-Tista.
Oh God,
Braun-Tista.
Give me my spotlight.
Basketballs don't hold grudges.
The thing is, he's not Drax anymore, so is he going to be over anymore?
I think so. All you are. Just
I don't know.
Wind.
He was certainly over when he made that appearance at Raw 25 or SmackDown.
Yeah, he was super over. So,
had that stuff happened yet? No.
So, alrighty. Women's Rumble. We know Carmella's number 30. That one I don't think is changing. I think it will be Carmella, and I do think Truth will come out with her and think he's in the match, which will be really funny.
I also think it's also a waste, but hey, neither here nor there.
Yeah,
someone's got to be number 30.
Trish and Lita are heavily rumored to make appearances again this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them. I haven't heard any real rumors about who might be in the Women's Rumble other than Trish and Lita. So I would count on those remaining spots to basically be filled with anybody on the active roster who hasn't already entered, and that includes whoever the NXT Women's Champion is, whether it's Belair or Shayna or maybe both. I would also predict other NXT people. Toni Storm is a likely candidate because they announced Nikki Cross and Lacey Evans already.
Yeah, well, Lacey Evans was on Raw and Nikki Cross, they did on one of their media pages.
They'll probably get the majority of the women on the roster, especially if there's anybody who we are missing who they haven't officially entered. Although I think they've covered everybody. And again, if the Women's Rumble doesn't open, whoever is unvictorious in the title matches, I believe will be in it. Whether it's Becky and Sasha or even Asuka and Ronda, I think will enter. So keep an eye on that. As far as who's likely going to win, I've said Charlotte really is the most likely one. In fact, I've looked at the betting odds. Everybody was in the positive for the men's, even Drew and Seth, who are the two most likely. Charlotte's is a negative. She's so likely to win that betting on her, you'll actually lose money. So,
yeah, I'm kind of hoping they go a whole other direction, and
I want it to be Becky.
And
I still say should be Becky.
Wins.
I'd like to see
not that direction.
I'd like to see somebody like Ember Moon win.
Bliss, now that she's actually officially in it. Mandy Rose is still a possibility because they wanted to give her a big push. I would mark out so hard.
Because they've cleared her, but she has been hesitant. Maybe.
But that's the thing about Battle Royals. You only have to take one bump.
Yeah, but it's like the scariest bump.
No, actually it's not. No. I've talked to all of my worker friends, all agree Battle Royals eliminations are actually not difficult.
Well, you can pussy your way out. As you can see happens. A lot of people freak out at the last possible second and grab a hold.
Yeah.
And don't go all the way over and then have to get bumped out again.
There's a lot of ways to do it and without it actually being a heavy bump. She could totally do it. So, I've actually gone over with people the logistics of it, and even with my back issues, I could participate in the Battle Royal. I'm confident.
Because the in-ring stuff is fucking, it's nothing. You're doing
punches.
You're not even touching each other.
Yeah, basically. But I think it'll be good. I'd like to see Tamina get a little more exposure instead of, I think she got kind of robbed last year. I thought most of the girls were booked really well, but that one really stuck out for me. She was the second elimination, and she really didn't do anything. Like, she was a really quick elimination.
That's true.
Nia will not be winning. She'll just get booed. And, you've got your main fillers in there. I'd like to see Zelina Vega get some good exposure. I'd like to see Sonya Deville get some good exposure.
Like I said, I want to see Ember Moon win. I know it's not going to happen, but I'd love to see it.
No one can eliminate Zelina Vega because she's not even as tall as
That is so true.
They have to literally pick her up to eliminate her.
Yeah.
So she's going to climb the top rope and somebody's just kind of bump her off.
Yeah.
That was a big issue I had with the last Women's Rumble, is everyone kept going up top. And going up top, and going up top, and going up top.
What my biggest problem with last year's Rumble was every woman was basically sliding under the bottom rope, and you couldn't keep track of who was in and who was out.
Oh, I don't get. I dig that because that's a freaking good tension builder. Like how you forgot freaking. You can forget somebody's in there, and then they can come out and have a great moment.
At one point, there were like 14 women on the floor, and you couldn't figure out who was in and who was. It was like, all right, guys, come on. I remember that clear as day because I was just like shaking my head going, all right, I have the names written down. Who's where?
I will defend that by saying that this was the first time most of these girls have ever been in this type of a battle royal. It's not like your regular battle royal where sliding out really isn't that big of a deal. For a Rumble and the tension build-up, I mean, yeah, I'm sure some of these girls on the indies have participated in something similar, at least a few of them, but it was everybody's first Rumble. They were all inexperienced, so I chalk that up to mostly just inexperience
and also,
overall.
Sasha was in there for like 30 minutes. You got to catch your breath.
Yeah. And it's not like the men don't do it either, so.
But it's one thing to have one or two or even three out at one time. It's another thing to have more than half the ring out at one time.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like
that's